This podcast is certified fresh. Freshmediaworks.com.
Welcome to the Montgomery ISD Athletics Show, where each week we share conversations about everything that makes MISD athletics so great. Montgomery ISD, in partnership with families and community, will graduate all students with the knowledge, skills, and leadership necessary to thrive as productive and responsible citizens. Athletics play a vital role in student success, promoting physical and mental well-being while developing essential life skills like teamwork, leadership, and resilience that benefit students far beyond high school. All right, everybody, welcome to the Montgomery ISD Athletics Show. I'm your host, Chris Daly, and I have the pleasure of introducing Stormi Champion. Welcome to the show, Stormi.
Hi, thank you.
You bet. And so you are the volleyball coach, but before we get into the volleyball team, let's talk about you a little bit, because you're not new to Montgomery. In fact, you played here, right?
I sure did. Yes, I played at Montgomery.
Yeah. So for people who are listening to this, because it's going to be a bigger audience than just the people who already know you, give a little background on your playing career here, your playing career off in college, and then getting back into coaching and getting back here.
Yeah. I graduated from Montgomery in 2011. I was in the volleyball program all 4 years. I was actually part of the furthest team that's ever made it in Montgomery. My junior year, we made it to the regional finals match. And so we lost out the game before going to state. And so that's always kind of cool when we talk about it with the kids and stuff. But yeah, the volleyball program is like super near and dear to my heart, just because I've been in the kids' same shoes, worn the same jerseys, playing the same places, the locker room that they're in now, spent all the same time there. And so it was pretty cool to get to come back and take over the program that that means so much to me. I started out college at East Texas Baptist University. I played there as a freshman. I ended up getting injured towards the end of my freshman year, and kind of ultimately decided that I wanted to transfer at that point. And so I transferred over to McNeese State, where I was a student for a little while, and then I ended up walking on the team there, and just some choices and some coaching conflicts and whatnot happened. And so I only played for a little while there, but once they brought in a new coaching staff, I ended up being a volunteer assistant so that I could get some hands-on coaching experience on the opposite side before I graduated. And so I was a volunteer assistant for a year there right before I graduated. And then I made my way back into the area. And then I started my first 5 years. I was at the Woodlands High School working under my head coach from Montgomery, Terry Wade. And she helped me so much. She's still such a big mentor to me to this day. Anytime I'm worried about something or want to just kind of pick her brain for things, I pick up the phone and call her or text her, and she's immediate to answer, which was super awesome to have. And after I was there for 5 years, I ultimately was like, okay, I'm ready to be a head coach. And I did a year at Kingwood Park High School, which was amazing. I loved my time at Kingwood Park. But it was only 1 year because at that point I kind of got the call to come back home. And ultimately that was, it was a big decision because I wasn't sure I was ready for it. But at the end of the day, Coach Cooper asked me, he said, Stormi, if the next coach that we hire stays here for the next 20 years, are you going to look back and regret it? And I was like, oh, Coach Cooper, yeah, you got me.
That's a good sales pitch there.
It was. He was really good at it. And so ultimately I was like, yeah, I would. So I went ahead and I made the jump.
Yeah, I love that. And you've had some good teams there.
I've started out pretty rough for my very first year. I had a good team, but we were also in just a crazy good district. And like, I remember being at Kingwood Park when we realigned, and I was like, oh my gosh, I would hate to be Montgomery. It's God ways of laughing at you and saying, well, you're going to be. And so we moved into this district, and we came in dead last. I didn't win a district match. It was really tough. I'd never had a losing season ever, not playing or as a coach. So I was like, hold on, what is this? We got to take a step back, reevaluate. And then the next year we went four rounds deep and ended up in the regional semifinals, and it was awesome. And then last year we went 2 rounds and met up with a very competitive Friendswood, and 5-step match, nail biter down to the last point. But
yeah, definitely. And there seems to be some good excitement around the team. You mentioned this is the same locker room where you suited up, that these girls are suiting up now, but the locker room itself is suited up a lot nicer now.
Yes. We have had a lot of upgrades to it. It's definitely, it looks like a whole different place. It's pretty cool. Yeah. When I first got here, I kind of started doing some research because I knew I wanted to do something to kind of showcase the kids and just kind of get them excited and to instill some of that same pride that I have for the school into them too. So I went back and as far as I could and dug all of our records for everything. So now we have a full blown record board. We've got kids that have already beaten records. Like, I've already had to order new slats to replace some old records, which is super cool. Hoping to be able to do that again this year.
Right.
And then we also kind of researched, and I asked the community for people that were ahead of me and behind me after I was gone and all of that on, we've got a next level wall in there where we've tracked down everybody who has committed to play college volleyball. And so their names and where they went and the year that they graduated is all on that wall. And it's right when you leave the locker room. So it's one of those things that it's just that daily reminder when the kids are walking out of hey, this could be me, or hey, this is what I'm working towards. And so that's pretty cool too.
Yeah. At the end of the day, them believing they can win is as important as anything else. So they got a coach named Champion. They've got constant reminders that, look, there's success here in this program. So I love that. Talk about what you have coming back from last season. They won 28. Talk about who came back.
We're returning nine kids, which is big. Last year, my team was, I only had 13. I had a smaller team. And so we graduated 4. And of the 9 returners, I still have some young kids, which is awesome. But we also have some seniors. So we've got a big graduating class. We've got 7 of them. I've got my setter, Ava Collins, a utility kiddo, Peyton Hartz, a middle blocker, Savannah Welch, a junior, or sorry, I'm on seniors, a senior, Kaylee Wells, and then she's a right side, and then my libero, Kennedy Marriott, as well as 2 of my other defensive kids, Kinsey White and Caroline Wallingford. Those are all of our seniors that are coming back, hoping to finish out their last year strong. And then we've got 3 juniors, Delaney Wright, who's an outside, and then I've also got Lila Tweedo, a right side middle, and then Elena Allwell, who's a DS. And then I think that was all 9 of my kiddos that are coming back. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And, I saw pictures online about your recent camp, and it looked like it was very well attended. So talk about what you have in the pipe there coming.
Yeah, we have we had a lot of good campers, good camp turnout. And then within that camp turnout, we do a freshman camp kind of separately where we bring them in and we get to really work with them before tryouts and all of that. And we're pretty lucky. We've got a really talented freshman class that's coming up. We have 2 of them that went all the way up to varsity, and another 5 of them are on JV. And then we kept another 12 for the freshman team. So it's exciting. We're able to keep big numbers, but
Yeah.
also to know that like within those big numbers, you've got some talented kids that are ready for that next level volleyball.
Excellent. And so, fans who've come to the matches in previous years, what are they going to see this year that's different? Maybe a different style, a different standout players. What will we see different on the court?
Probably going to see a lot of different lineups, to be honest.
Yeah.
I have a lot of really versatile kids, which is kind of making it really fun. And we're going to be able to do a lot of different things, which I think is going to be to our advantage in the long run as far as different game strategy and whatnot. We've got a lot of kids, and so it's a bigger team, and so with bigger teams, you're able to do more things. So that'll be a little bit different. It's not always just going to be the set. Hey, this six are the only ones that are going to play all the time. There's a lot of versatility in there, and so that's awesome. And it's not something that I'm necessarily used to as far as I can put one of my hitters on outside middle or right side, and it doesn't matter. Like she's going to go after it no matter what. And so that's just being able to be versatile is going to be super exciting for us.
That's awesome. So situationally, you have a lot more freedom.
Yes.
That's so cool. So I want to talk about district, but first let's talk about Port Neches Groves because that's the immediate opponent.
Yes, it is. It's tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. We made the trip there last year, and it was really good competition. It was a 5-set match, and Allie over there, their head coach, is one of my good friends, and we're like, "You want to play each other again?" She's like, "Absolutely." So, yeah, we're looking forward to them making that trip today to us. A little battle of the purples kind of deal going on, and it'll be good.
And let's talk about district because you alluded to it earlier that this is a beast of a district.
It is.
So kind of run through who's in there and who are the big hitters, so to speak.
Yeah, for us, we've got it's us, College Station, A&M Consolidated, Brenham, Lake Creek, and Huntsville and Brian Rudder. Our top four that went to the playoffs last year all had pretty decent playoff runs. College Station and Consol even knocked each other out at the end of the day to go to state. And we're expecting kind of the same deal. I know a lot of teams have graduated quite a bit. So I'm hoping that kind of works to our advantage as far as we're returning most. But I expect it to pretty much be a dogfight per usual. Sometimes it's not really fair when you look at it and you're like, wait, we have to face all of these guys just to move on. Like, especially when you look into some of the weaker districts, you're like, how does this happen?
Right.
But it's good for us too, because it prepares us for playoffs. Like, as long as you do your job and you make top four, then for sure you're going to be set up to do well past that.
Right.
Least.
So let me ask you this on your philosophy when it comes to scheduling, because some coaches, they're like, I want to schedule as tough as possible because I want these girls battle tested. Others say, no, I need my girls to have some wins. So what's your philosophy there?
Well, when I first started, I would say it was definitely like, I want to face everybody as hard as I can right from the beginning. But I would say that I've kind of revamped as far as that goes. I like a good mix. Like I want to have some real tough ones, and then I want to have some where maybe a little bit more helping towards our kids' confidence or whatnot. We start out the week, or we'll end this week, I guess, at John Turner Classic, where we're going to see top teams in the state. I mean, we're going to face Dripping Springs on the first day. So yeah, we're going to see some really tough competition. But I think it's good for them. But also I kind of just mix it in as far as scheduling goes, as far as the tough teams, but also some of those that continue to allow us to keep that confidence too.
Excellent. And so for somebody seeing on a schedule of events that, Montgomery's going to be playing, what can they expect to see from your girls as far as strengths? Is it serving? Is it blocking? Is it communication? Is it passing? Is it digging? What is your strength?
I would say that my kids have a lot of fight.
Nice.
defensively, whether it's blocking or just in the back row. But the level of competition that they bring just to each other in practice is insane. Like they're go-getters, and they're so competitive even with each other that sometimes like, okay, you got to dial that back a little bit. But I think you're going to see a lot of fight, a lot of grit. We're a little bit taller than we've been in past. Like on Saturday, we went to the scrimmages and people were like, wait a second, you finally have some height. I was like, I know, it's awesome. Because usually we're severely undersized. And we've got a little bit, I wouldn't say we're just like out the wall tall, but we've got some more to us, which is going to help our front row for sure.
Very cool. Very cool. And if you could call out one or two of the players that people may be surprised by, like, wow, they're a lot better than I expected.
I think probably biggest one may be Savannah Welch. She's a senior. She's been on varsity since she was a freshman, but she's just continued to get better as far as like she's just a real presence now. And if she gets the ball, she's going to do something with it. And so that one's a big one. And then my libero is actually she's set for me for her previous 3 years. But we're turning that setter defense into libero defense, and she's rocking and rolling with it. And so that's been super fun to see. And we have a setter, Ava Collins, who she's unbelievable as far as on and off the court, like just what she brings to the table and her leadership roles and her positivity and how she shines and brings her others up with her. I think she does great things. And I think our outside Delaney, right, she's just kind of gotten even smarter. It was one of those kids that you're like, can she really get any better than this? Because like she's awesome. But the level of her game just has exploded as far as just making good decisions and being extremely hard to read. And so that's going to be cool to watch too.
Excellent. Excellent. Gosh, best of luck, not only this week, but this entire season. I'm sure we're going to be talking to you more during the school year, but I want to thank you so much for sharing some of what you have going on there with the volleyball.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey Coach, Lone Star Gridiron has been the leader in Coach's Show podcasts for 20 years, and now you can get your own Coach's Show podcast each week during the season as a fundraiser for your booster club. Yes, booster clubs all over are using these podcasts to help their sports programs. You get to share the stories of your program and your kids to a huge audience and make money. We started with just football, but this year have expanded to make them available for all sports. Call 713-269-4620 to find out the details and get your Coach's Show started.